Good morning. Happy Monday for me. I'm gonna do a little bit of a day in the life vlog today, I think. It is 10:35. I actually filmed this morning, but then my SD card, I don't know. I am still trying to figure out how to use this camera. Something happened and I didn't save the footage. So I had a doctor appointment at 9 this morning that I did virtually on my computer. And we just talked about a food allergy or sensitivity test that I took, which basically just showed that I need to not eat gluten, which I already knew, but I had kind of been being relaxed on for the last couple of months, and it just showed me that I can't be relaxed on it. And then like some random stuff that I never eat. So it's good because that means I don't have to like cut out a bunch of stuff from my diet. But so I did that. We talked about some of my like thyroid levels and stuff like that. So that was good. I got ready, obviously, which doesn't happen every day. And then now I think I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. I need to get a blog written today, at least one, and then I need to go to Target to pick up a card for someone, and then possibly the post office. I don't know, but I am like incredibly overdressed, but that's okay. I like this little dress. So plus it's supposed to be like 87 degrees out today, I think. Good morning, Benjamin.
Hello.
How are you? Just saying
Okay,
hello.
you look very pretty.
Thanks.
I like that dress a lot.
I've been.
I've got a co-working dog.
And Bubba. Yeah. Okay. Much. Yeah, ow. That hurt. Yeah. I like this dress too.
Yeah.
This is the one I got in
Very,
wherever that place was.
very springy.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? No. He's like, here, let me ruin your dress. Let me ruin it. Right. Is that what you say? Yeah.
You being a good boy, buddy?
He's like, no. I know our good boy.
I should probably do my hair before my meeting, eh?
When's your meeting?
Not that my hair really looks that much different.
No. You being sassy?
A little less than an hour. So I'm trying to like last minute finish some stuff up here so that my my project board looks a little better than it does. It will like, yeah. I actually have a handful of things in finished this week, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, my boss was out last week, so I have a feeling this sprint review is probably going to be extra long today because basically everybody's like waiting on something from him, so I'm sure he's going to be fully overwhelmed.
Yeah, he's going to be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's what I'm doing. Just trying to prep for that stuff. I have that every other week, so on these weeks, that's a big deal on Monday and Tuesday, and I have like a little anxious stomach going on. I always feel much better after we get past this review. I'm just always worried when we get here that somebody's going to have comments on my work that are going to be negative. So
yeah,
it's not something I should be afraid of. Like, that's part of work, but just saying I noticed that and acknowledged that. So that's what I got going on. That's the main part of my day.
I think I need to go. I was
going to say, you need to go.
But I don't really
Period.
want to. I want to, but I don't. I don't know. Okay, just got to Wake Forest where I'm going to the coffee shop. It is 11:08. I'm like way behind today, but it is what it is. I haven't been here in over a week, which seems ridiculously short amount of time, but the amount of green that there is now, Raleigh, like in a week, has gone from like winter to like full on spring when it comes to greenness. Like, it's so green out right now, which is great. It's one of the reasons I love it here. But I'm gonna go try to get some work done, go to Target. It's already 11, so I'm gonna be hungry probably in a couple hours, so let's go.
In science, like there's this thing that holds things together.
Okay, friends, it is 1 o'clock, I think. So while I was in there, actually, just let me back up real quick. Okay, so it is, what time is it? 1 o'clock, 80 degrees, beautiful, because the one great thing about spring here, as soon as you can get through the pollen, is it's not humid yet. Summers here, I hate them. A lot of people love them. I don't like humidity, and it gets really humid here. It is beautiful out right now, so it's not super warm out or anything. I'm headed to Target to get a birthday card for someone, and I might get myself Chipotle for lunch. I don't know. I've just been like craving Chipotle. Sorry, you guys are bouncing around a little bit. Lately, I'm not like a huge Chipotle person now that I don't eat a ton of meat, but sometimes it just sounds good, you know, and today it sounds good. Plus, I don't really have anything at home that I can eat. But I wanted to tell you guys, I kind of mentioned it this morning, but I had a doctor appointment. We talked about some like food sensitivities that I might have, and one of them is wheat and gluten, which I knew, and I had just been kind of being relaxed on it. I don't have like a crazy sensitivity to it, but it's probably just something I should cut out in general. And I do definitely notice a difference when I don't eat any gluten. And then another one was like Brazil nuts and lima beans, cottage cheese. I don't really eat any of those things. Occasionally I'll eat Brazil nuts because they're supposed to be good for thyroid issues, but guess not anymore. But nothing else crazy came back on the test, so that's good. I think I'm gonna just be a little bit more cautious with gluten, especially at home. I have no reason to cook with gluten at home. Like, I don't need to. If I go out to eat and there's something that I like really want that has gluten in it, I might still get it, but that's kind of where that is. My thyroid looks pretty good, so she's gonna leave it at that. We're gonna check it in a couple of weeks. But that's kind of my like little health update. Today at the coffee shop, I wrote 2 blogs. So I wrote one for my blogging client that I was telling you about, that I just like, it was just a little bit harder of a blog for me to write. So I need to see if Ben will read that for me this afternoon. He doesn't always like edit or like look over my blogs, but because this one I'm just like not as confident in, we'll see, have him look over that. And then I wrote a blog for my other client, which was very short. It wasn't even a blog, I'm sorry, it was an email, so it wasn't anything crazy. I did some admin work, and then I actually started just like creatively writing, because I had wanted to enter a story in this like short story contest that is happening in the next couple of days, and I have just like put it off since I found out about it, because that's just like what I do. So I kind of just spent some time writing creatively. I don't even know if I'll use either of the short stories that I wrote. It was more of just like trying to get myself into the mindset of like creative writing, because that's not always as easy. Can you guys see how green it is in the camera? It's so beautiful. I love spring here, and I love the fall here. I don't love summer because it gets really hot, and I don't really like winter just because it's like very dead and kind of gross. So that is what I did today. But yeah, like I said, Target, I just need to pick up a card. I was gonna stop at the post office and pick up some stamps, but then I totally forgot that I can just order them on Amazon, so I did that instead, just so I don't have to go to the post office. Plus the post office, I think, closes for lunch at like 1:30, so I probably won't make it there on time anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of what was going on. Very interesting at the coffee shop. these guys next to me were there like the whole time I was, and they were there before I got there, and they were still there when I left, and they were like arguing about religion, which was interesting to me. One of them was like a very, very Christian person, and I think the other person is just like questioning Christianity. I wasn't trying to listen in to their conversation, but they literally were talking super loud and were right next to me, so it was like pretty much impossible for me not to hear what they were talking about. I had my like Spotify background beats playlist just like blasting in my headphones so that I didn't have to hear their whole conversation, because they were talking pretty loudly, to be honest. But that's like what coffee shops are for. They're for conversation and stuff like that. And they weren't like fighting or anything, but you could just tell that they disagreed on a lot of things. And so it was just interesting. It's cool that people can have conversations about something that they completely disagree on or think differently on, and they can still like have a civilized conversation. Like I said, they weren't like yelling at each other or anything like that. So I'm pulling into Target right now. It's like super busy. I'm not really sure why it's so busy today. Parking lots are fun, you know. People just like do not pay attention to where they're going, and it's an interesting thing. But okay, I'm parking, and I will talk to you guys in a little while. Got a veggie Chipotle bowl. It tastes great. Got some chips. Yum yum. I'm just like sitting in my car. Hey friends, it's now the next day. It's actually 12:37. I am getting set up for a podcast because I have an interview in just about 20 minutes, but my co-host and I usually start about 15 minutes early and do an intro to like a previous podcast. So that's what we're doing. I actually stopped filming yesterday because I wasn't feeling well. I'm still not feeling 100%, but I feel a little bit better than yesterday. So this morning, sorry, the lighting's gonna be weird because I'm not facing a window. This morning I had 3 calls. One was a no-show, so technically only had 2 calls, and then I have this podcast. Today's like way busier than normal, which is actually probably good because like I said, I'm not like feeling 100%, so like keeping me busy is great. So I have a podcast today with she's a dietitian who specializes in hormones and gut nutrition. So Christine and I will talk to her about that for about an hour, and then I have some other work stuff that I want to get done today. It is like, I don't know if you can see, it's like beautiful outside today. I think it's in the 70s. It's supposed to be pretty nice all day. I do think it's supposed to storm tonight, but and then cool down the next couple days, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm kind of just like hoping that I can get through this podcast, feel a little bit better, and then hopefully like do some work from the couch this afternoon. Let's see, what do I have to do? I'll show you. Okay, so I don't really know how much of this you can see, but basically everything that's like not like unhighlighted still needs to be done today. So a couple of things. I have a pretty big list of stuff to do tomorrow too. 3 calls. Thursdays are just crazy for me now because I have grocery shopping. I have a client call at noon. I have therapy at 2, and then I have that like somatic healing program that I joined is on Thursday. So quite a bit to do. I also have a blog post due on Friday that I haven't written yet, so I need to do that. I want to try to get a little bit ahead before next week. But yeah, so that's currently what I'm up to. I'm excited for this interview. I think that she'll be great to talk to. I'm just hoping that I can like jazz up my energy a little bit, but anyway, that's the plan. Maybe after this I'll like work outside. The only problem is I'm like terrified of bees. if you didn't know. And we have these like giant, they're not this big, but they're like this big. These like giant bumblebee things, and they like fly straight at your head. They're not like a normal bumblebee, you know? So not my favorite, but looks like the fam is outside right now. Sorry if you can't see through my gross window, but Cora and Finn and Ben's under there. I have this in manual, no wonder it's not picking up what it's supposed to. But anyway, that's where we're at. This is what I'm wearing today, my little purple dress. I'm gonna take this off, I was just cold earlier.